Hello, my friends. Just giving it a minute so I could see the screen on my end. Hello, happy Thursday, everyone. Just really quick, give me one moment as you come in, say hello. I'm just making sure that my screen pops up. Hope you all are doing well today. Yes,
Hope you all are doing
oh,
well today.
yes, we. Sorry about that, everyone. Hello, happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome to Cards by TLC. My name is Tammy Savello, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of the San Francisco Bay Area. And if you are watching Thursday, April 25th at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, you are watching live. So whether you are joining me for the first time or returning, welcome. And if this is your first time joining me, let me know in the chats. And if you are watching the replay, use hashtag new viewer. Hello, Amy. Hello, Patty. Welcome in, everyone. Was just doing just a quick welcome and thank you to everyone. But first and foremost, before we get started, I have some exciting news. I know we have all been doing this countdown, but look what happened on Saturday evening. I am so excited. We hit 1,000 subscribers. I am so excited. I want to thank you all that have subscribed. That was such a huge goal for me and over the past year to a little bit over a year and a half. But we did it, and it was so fun to do the countdown with you all. So let's see how long it takes me to get to 2K. So I'm excited. I was so relieved to see that finally happening. So that is that. We are here to create and craft. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. Today we are playing with the Cutest Cow Bundle, and I'm so excited that is actually going to be continuing on into the 2024-2025 annual catalog. If you are currently not working with a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and would like your copy of the 2024-2025 annual catalog, there is a link in the description box below. You just click that out, fill out the form, and I will get one out to you. So let's go over the bundle. It is a, sorry for the glare there. It is a punch bundle of the cutest cows. It has a cow builder punch that you'll be seeing in one of the projects today on how I built the cow. And then it has really cute sentiments and scenery builder areas. We have our cow, flowers, some roosters, a chicken, a milk carton, individual flower, a little cowbell, and some grass. And then up here are his eyes to build his face, and then his nostrils, and his little smiley, and then little horns if you want to do a little bull. But with this builder punch, you can only punch out, if you stamp and punch out, you can only punch out these two heads and this body. The rest of the images you will have to fussy cut or stamp directly onto the project. But we are here to see our projects today. We are creating a cow with, of course, we had to do a barn door. And then we have our little builder little cow with our milk jugs. And then we have a nice little cute little easy fun fold with just the flowers on the projects. So let's see if there's any questions or comments. I'm making sure I'm not missing anything. Just before we get started, I just want to do a quick sound check and vision check, making sure we're a-okay. Looks like we're good on screen. So let's go ahead and get started on our first project. We are going to start with our little barn door cow project. We have, okay, good. I got the A-OK from Miss Patty. We have, with our first project today, we have our top folding card base. Now, remember, all of the sizes and dimensions will be on my blog post over the next 3 days, starting tomorrow and through the weekend at cardsbytlc. I could an inch or so, otherwise we're good. Okay, let's go ahead and scoot the grid paper up a little bit. And we are good to go, it looks like, on screen. So, like I said, all of the sizes and dimensions will be on my blog starting tomorrow and through the weekend at cardsbytlc.com. So if you have not yet subscribed to my blog post, I would really love for you to do that. We are doing a top folding card base, and we are cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and we are scored at 5 1/2 or folded in half. And look what we found. We found our bone folder. So excited. So I had a second bone folder hidden, and we have that. So yay for the bone folder. If you're new to my channel, I've been looking for my bone folder. So we have 2 pieces of basic white cardstock, and they are cut at 4 by 5 1/4. One is for our front piece and one is for our inside piece. We have our barn door piece in cherry cobbler, and this piece is cut at 3 by 4 1/4. We have 2 basic white strip pieces that are cut at 3/8 of an inch by 5 1/2, and that'll make our crisscross on our barn door. We have our label, our cute little label, and that is from the upcoming annual catalog, The Unbound Love, and we used this little scalloped label there for that. And that is available after May 1st. Oh, speaking of which, the Cutest Cow Bundle. This is currently available in my online store. And if you want to get that bundled price, and the link is in the description box below, I would highly recommend getting that before May 1st, because when it becomes the annual catalog, anything carried over will be not at the bundled price. So if you want that deal, I would definitely get that in my online store today or before May 1st. So moving forward, oh, we just missed one. I just used the Unbound Love. I know, it's cute little label. It's perfect. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to go ahead and start with, oh, and then I have 2 scrap pieces. We're going to start with all of our stamping and blending. So I think first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and blend our little grass and our sky in our background. And of course, we have to use the Shy Shamrock for our grass. And then, funny story, this grass down below, I'm like, oh, I'll just add some grass. Did not pay attention that the stamp set actually came with the little grass. And where is it on here? Here it is. So I missed that. So we will be stamping our grass instead of hand drawing our grass. Let's get out our blending brush and do some blending. Gotta do we're blending all of our sceneries today. We gotta incorporate some blending into our card making because it's just so relaxing. Let's get some of our grass, make it darker. I can't wait until after May 1st, because I'm going to have to order the re-inkers the way I'm blending with our new products lately. Okay, that looks good for the grass. And then we're gonna do our balmy blue for blending our sky. And while we were on topic of farm animals, I would love to know in the chat if you love a specific farm animal. Are you a cow person or a horse person or a little pigly? I like little piggies. I love cows. They're cute too. I think a cross between a cow and I don't know. There are certain ones that I really, really like. I can't visit farms because I'm allergic to hay. So that's kind of a bummer. I can't visit certain farms or anything like that. I have to be very cautious. So there we go. There is our little scenery, and that is done. Okay, and then we are going to come in with our grass stamp and back to our Shy Shamrock to stamp our grass. And we are just going to go right. Am I doing this upside down? No, I'm not. Okay. And I am doing it upside down. I guess it doesn't really matter. There we go. Moving right along. And I'm just kind of like just throwing it on there. There we go. There is our little grass. And then now we are going to go ahead and stamp our little rooster on the label and our holy cow. Okay. Let's stamp our little rooster first. He is a cute little guy. I am not seeing my chat. Can somebody just say hello really quick just to make sure? Okay, good. I just saw Amy pop up. Okay, just making sure. Amy says, I am not a farm animal person, but love the sunsets in the fields. Okay. Oh, there we go. You would also have to, you know what? I would probably have to have a barn cat. I didn't even think about that. So there is our little rooster. I think I need to re-stamp my Memento black ink or re-ink that up. Let me see if I have another. Okay, let me pull out my other one. That one's okay. I could still color with that. Patty, I'm right along with you. I'm thankful for all of our farmers. I made that just a little too low. I think I'm going to redo this label. I'm not digging the way that turned out. So let's start again. Let's get our little rooster again. And here we go. Sometimes with these photopolymer stamps, it's hard to see when I have them over on my side table here. There we go. That's a little bit better. I really need to re-ink my black inks here. Holy cow. And it's kind of hard to see through the, there we go. That's much better. have to do it slow. And I just got ink on my fingers. Well, we're having quite the morning around here. It's been crazy and hectic. There we go. Okay. There is that. And then let's go ahead and start stamping our little cow. And then I'm also going to stamp a cow on the inside. And we are actually coloring again today. So I'm excited about that. You know me, I usually do my with the magic of TV situation, and that looks creepy right now. Our little headless cow. There we go. Wow, my little black ink is really needing some love. But I think we can color that with our blends and it'll be just fine. And then now we are going to do our stamping of our cow head. And like I said, that's a good stamped image right there. And then, like I said, it only cuts out those two heads that are facing forward. And then our body that has the tail coming down on the left-hand side. So let's go ahead and bring out our little punch. And then we're just going to come in here and line up that body just like so. I really wish that this was a die because it's hard for me to grip sometimes with the punches, and it could have cut out those flowers and all of the cows. So I really wish that this was a die set, but that's okay. We have our builder punches and they are fantastic. And we'll be using the whole builder punch side of things later on in the next project. So we are going to start coloring our little cow, and our little cow has the pecan pie spots and his little head and fur. So let's just, you know what? This is going to really bother me being the headless cow. So let's go ahead and add its head to it because that's going to just creep me out. Come on. You are seeing live TV. Oh, and wow. What a morning, my friends. What a morning. Okay. I just rubbed that off on my silicone mat. There we go. Now he's not so creepy looking. And then we're going to color in his spots. And I don't know. I remember my dad telling me when I was little that the brown cows, or cows with brown spots, produced chocolate milk, and I believed him. Anybody else had that myth growing up when they were little, someone telling them that the cows producing milk had chocolate milk? And then we're going to come in with the dark petal pink blend for his ears and the little snout. Oh, and we forgot to color his tail. Your dad told us that spaghetti grew on trees and that spaghetti farmers in Italy harvested them all. That is so funny. I think all of our dads did say that. My dad, I loved him. He had quite the sense of humor. And I think I'm going to re-stamp my cow because, like Patty said, the head didn't stamp. So we're going to try this again and hope for the best here. My vision is not the best, and lining up the photopolymer stamp sometimes just doesn't work well for me. But let's line up with the side of his face right here and the end of the body. Okay, much better. Yay. But we have a smudge. But that's okay. We're going to go with it. We are going to go with it. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day. Okay. Here we go. Color a spot. Little hoof. I am the first one to fully admit when I have had that morning. I am not that perfect crafter. I make mistakes on lives, but that's okay. That's what makes it real. So there is our inside cow piece, and there is our little cow. Now we got to color our little rooster. And our rooster is in Dark Daffodil Delight. So let's go ahead and color his beak. And then his body. I know roosters are different colors usually, but I think they have green bodies on the bottom, but I did kind of like a pale orange on the bottom body. So I'm just gonna have fun making him, and I'm doing his, wow, Tammy, I do know his rooster feathers need to be red, typically. I started to do orange. It is quite my brain right now, and I know my friends Patty and Marcy are laughing. My brain right now is that squirrel on a pixie stick. My squirrel brain is acting like it had about 5 pixie sticks this morning. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do his body in peach. It's funny because the new light petal peach and the light pumpkin pie are almost the same color. So that is fun. Okay, let's go ahead and start building our card. Now that we've done our coloring and our sceneries and all the things. Thank you, Patty. I just need to slow down and not speed up the process. just enjoy the process, right? Okay, there is our cow with our nice smudge. And then we're going to put on our front panel piece. And if you're coming in and joining in on the live, say hello. Thank you, Amy. Okay, now we're going to work on our barn door. And we're going to just do our little crisscross here and crisscross with our strips. Again, these are 3/8 of an inch of a strip. So I'm just going to kind of do a line with good old Tom here and a line there, and we are just going to lay that right down on top, and then we're going to be trimming off those edges. And then come in with our snips. And trim that down. Okay. And here is our barn door. It's going to go right there. And we're just going to add some adhesive there. Lay that down right on top. And add our holy cow. And I think I'm going to pop him. I think I popped him up with a Stampin' sheet or Stampin' Dimensionals. Let's just go like so. And pop him up. And now I did add some 2023 to 2025 embellishments, but I used all of it. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to add some pearls, but what I'm going to do is color my pearls really quick. And add that as my red. Go. And I have my take your pick tool finally. It was a good day. Found all my crafting tools. Okay, let's get this stuff out of the way. And here is project number 1. Let's go ahead and move on to project number 2, our cute little cow with our milk. And we will go over our bits and pieces for that. We have our top folding card base at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2 or folded in half. We have our 2 pieces of basic white at 4 by 5 1/4, one for our front panel and one for our inside panel. We have the deckled circle, or deckled square. I've been using deckled circled so much that it said that. We actually used the fourth to the largest deckled square. I keep wanting to say deckled circle. And then you will see on here these banners. And these banners came from the Nested Essential Dies. And here is our largest. We used that in crumb cake. We cut the largest out in crumb cake. And then the second to the largest, we cut out with the 2024-2026 in color designer paper. I used the Shy Shamrock and the stripes. And then this little guy, this banner right here is actually two of the third to the largest, and that is in Shy Shamrock. So those are the dies that I used on it. And then you will see here our cute little cow builder. And what I did was I actually went ahead and glued our little cow together. So let's kind of go over what I did. So here's our little cow, actually our little bull, because it's got its little horns. What I did was I punched out the head and the body with our punch, and then I also punched out in crumb cake the little horns, and then I punched out two of the, I guess, spots and snout face little thing, and then I punched out two of the tail pieces. One is for his fur on the top, and then one for his tail piece. And then this little piece right here is just half of our little snout cut in half. And then I just took a crumb cake blend and colored in his little hooves to finish off our little cow body and face. So that is what I did ahead of time. So otherwise we would be here till tomorrow making our cute little cow. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start in by doing our stamping and our blending on our deckled circle. And then on the inside, I'm going to go ahead and add a couple, maybe another jug of our little milk jug. So let's go ahead and start off. I am going to, if you notice on here, I didn't blend the grass all the way over because I didn't want the green to get in with the coloring of the milk bottle. So let's go ahead and see if we have enough ink on our brush to just kind of add a little bit of grass right here off to the right hand side of our square. And it looks like we've got enough on our brush to do that. So that is all I did there. And then with our sky, I only did just this top portion of the blending. So let's go ahead and blend in the sky. Just at this top portion. I don't want to make it too overpowering at the top. Oops, come on, little guy. That looks perfect to me, so it kind of blends in. I can kind of blend in down here off to the right-hand side, and that is perfect to me. So let's go ahead and stamp our jugs. Off to the side, off to our left-hand side here. And we have 1, 2. And then let's bring in our little grass stamp. Up here. And add just a little bit of grass the bottom. Just a little bit right there on the edge. And then let's bring in our milk jug again and stamp the inside panel piece. Because I think it would be cute to add a cute little milk jug in the corner there, so the inside is not so dark. And for our blending, we are blending in our gray granite. So we're going to start off with our dark gray granite and just kind of come naturally where our lines are, just to make it a little bit darker and shaded. And then come in with my light gray granite and just add some color to that. And then I'm gonna switch to the brush side. I think I'm going to add a little bit of more darker. There we go. And then let's go ahead and color the inside of our jug here. Back in, add a little bit more dimension. There we go. Okay, there is our inside piece. Let's go ahead and get our blending brush out of the way. And let's go ahead and add our inside panel piece. Like so. And then our front panel piece. Then we will start laying down our little banner pieces. Okay, we're going to start off by laying down, let's bring this down just a little bit, laying down our crumb cake banner. And then I'm going to use Mr. Tom here. That way we can move around and wiggle in place if we need to. But we're going to start with our crumb cake. Then I'm going to come in with our in color designer paper, and I'm going to line that up just with our crumb cake right there. And bring it up just a little bit. And to me, that leaves the perfect amount of line between that. And then we're going to come in, and on this one, we're actually going to expand our banner. So what I did is I just added the banner right here, and like so, just enough to peek out. But I want to line this up and see where exactly I want that banner. So I want that banner right about there. And so this fits almost exactly for the panel piece. So I kind of want it off to the right here. So I'm going to go ahead and add some glue, leaving that bottom half just exposed a little bit. And I did the wrong side of the stitch. That's okay. We're going to flip that over. Pay attention to the stitching because you want, obviously, the stitching to show up. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Okay, and then we're going to add some glue to this top half. Like so. On both sides. And before I glue this down, we're just going to kind of take a peek, and I do need to move this one down just a little bit. It's just exposed. It's almost as if they lined up just like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some glue. To this, and then we're going to lay that down just like that. And I forgot to stamp our little image. Oh God, I really hope that this sentiment is going to be okay on this. Oh, let me stamp this off to the side to make sure that that is going to work okay. Okay, we got good coverage there. Oh, let's pray that this stamps nicely. There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. See, again, live crafting, my friends. I almost forgot to stamp the sentiment, and I know people are probably in the chat making sure that I did. See, nobody caught it. Now we're going to add our little cow, and I think we're just going to go ahead and add some Stampin' Dimensionals. Like so. And there we go. And we are going to finish with our in color in dots in the Shy Shamrock. I have ink all over my hands, but that's what makes it a fun little crafter. Come on. And there we have it. There is our second card with our inside of the little milk carton. Okay, moving on to our last project. And this is our little simple little fun fold flap here. So let's go over the pieces and the sizes and dimensions for that. We have our first card base, and this is actually at 5.5 by 7.5, and we have it scored at 3 inches. And then we have our second Shy Shamrock piece, and this is 4.25 by 4, scored at 1/2 inch. We have our largest of our deckled rectangles dies in basic white. We have a piece of our in color designer paper with the stripes, and this is 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then we have for our front panel piece, we have a 3.25 by 4. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do is start by doing all of our blending and stamping again. So you notice our cute little flower on the inside and our flowers on the front. I decided to not put anything else but the flowers, just to maybe make it like a cute little birthday card, just to show you the different dimensions of this amazing stamp set. So let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and start with our ink blending. Again, we're going to go ahead and do our grass at the bottom. So let's bring back in our Shy Shamrock and our blending brush. And again with our little grass. I like to put the grass somewhere other than right beside me. So it takes me a hot second to find it. So our additional grass pieces, stamping down below. And I had that upside down. I don't think it really matters which direction that you do it because it still looks like grass to me. And then we're gonna come in with our Memento Black. Again. And pray that our flowers stamp nicely. So I'm gonna lay that flat and just tap that ink on there just so I can get that good coverage. Okay. And we're going to stamp the flowers twice. Oh, we have good coverage. That's good. There we go. Whew, that's nice. Okay, and then we are going to stamp our sentiment. It's your special day. And just pray. Did we not do our blue sky? We did not do our blue sky yet. Let's do our blue sky. Again, I didn't want to do the blue sky yet to get that down in our flowers. A bit darker. There we go. There's our blue sky, again in balmy blue. And then I'm going to stamp that off to the side to make sure we're good to go. Just right there in the corner. It's your special day. And there we go. And then let's go ahead and bring in our deckled piece here. And we're going to stamp our flowers that we have on the inside. Now I didn't do the full flower. I just kind of did a cut off version of the flower because I felt like it didn't really truly need the full length of the flower. So let's go ahead and ink up our flowers and we'll just do it just like so. There we go. Hey, we did good with the ink coverage on the black this time. I'm happy about that. Okay, let's go over the ink colors that we colored our little flowers. We have second. So for the centers, I'm going to go ahead and do it in light peach pie. I know that you can use the brown for sunflowers. I just thought that these are more vibrant. I felt like if I added the brown, it would give it more of a fall look. And I wasn't quite going for that. And then we're using the dark Daffodil Delight. And then our dark Pretty in Pink. And then I think I'm going to do light Petunia Pop. I did dark on this one. But I think I want to just lighten it up just a little bit for this. So let's go ahead. Oh, and our leaves are light shaded spruce, actually, because it's just a little bit darker than the shamrock. So we are just gonna sit down, and now my favorite topic of flowers. What is your favorite flower? I would love to know in the chat, and even if you're watching the replay, what your favorite flower is. Mine, I love roses because I love the smell of roses. I love peonies, and I used to really love stargazers, but as I've gotten older, I felt that the smell of stargazers in the house kind of give me a headache. And I love daisies. Daisies, especially like white daisies and yellow daisies. Those are my favorite. And then the Gerber daisies are fun with colors. Patty's is roses. Hi, Ina. Welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Cone flowers and cosmos. I've actually never heard of those, Jen. I'm going to have to look them up after the chat. I think I'm going to flip this over to the other side because we just need to go a little bit faster on this, on the leaves portion. Lilacs. Oh, lilacs smell really good too. See, that's how I feel about roses. Roses remind me of my mom. I absolutely love them. And peonies, I think she liked peonies as well. But my dad was such a romantic. My dad was an amazing man. He loved giving flowers to us. And his favorite flower was actually the daisy. And I think that's where I have my love for daisies, is through my dad, because he would always give me white daisies or pink daisies. So I think that's where my love of daisies came from. I finish up these leaves and then I'll look at what everybody else has said. Okay, the leaves are done. Okay, no more additional comments. So good. Let's move on to coloring our little flowers. Now let's do the little centers in the peach. I thought the peach was kind of a fun contrast color. Okay, now we're going to start off with our Petunia Pop. I'm going to switch to my bullet tip on this one because I don't want to go too much out of the lines there. And there's obviously no room for proper shading on this, so I'm just doing direct contact. So I did that. I did the outside portion and that. And we're just putting a little bit of color on there. There we go. Let's move on to our Daffodil Delight for the center. Oh, I forgot our little one off to the side here. It's funny because my husband actually, believe it or not, my husband is a big teddy bear. And he is not the type of person that I thought would say this next comment, but he wants to actually start gardening. He's been going to school a lot of the time and working obviously full time on his degree. And he said after he gets his degree in May in computer science, so he's a computer guy, he wants to start gardening and doing that together. I thought that was kind of fun. I did not gain a green thumb from my mother. My mother was the queen of green thumbs. So he actually said he wants to garden. So I think we're going to do that together. Just a fun little project. So that's why I was kind of asking what everybody's favorite flowers were. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to plant, if we wanted to plant vegetables or what. And then we're going to finish off with our petal pink. I'm telling you, I've had so much fun with these in colors. They have been my favorite. So I am so excited to be able to play with these in colors. And if you're new and never heard of in colors are 5 colors that Stampin' Up rotates every 2 years. So it rotates 5 out and 5 in every year, and they last for 2 years. So what I've been using the past several weeks, the Shy Shamrock, the Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, and Summer Splash have been our new 2024-2026 in colors. So there's all of our coloring. Now we can go ahead and start putting together. I think what I'm going to do first and foremost is put this focal point piece on our front panel. Okay. There's our front panel. And then if you notice, this flat piece is actually going to go behind our inside panel piece. But let's first and foremost put our designer paper strip on the inside here, or on the outside panel. Bring in our bone folder, crease that edge, put my bone folder back in my cup so I don't lose it. Come in with Tombow glue so I can line that up nicely. Amy says, I'm not much of a pastel colors. However, I did order them to give them a fair shot. She's in love with the 2023-2025 in colors. Exactly. Those are more darker tone colors, and those are amazing too. I absolutely love the in colors for 2023-2025. I typically am not a pastel person either, but I must be changing. I don't know who I am anymore. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this front panel piece and fold that like so. Oops. Fold that like so. and then line that up evenly. And then we're going to flip this over and we are going to add adhesive to all of this. And I'm using a stronger adhesive just because I want to get that flat piece in there good and nicely. And then I'm going to come in like so, and we are going to lay that down flat, give that a nice press and rub, and here we go. And I actually didn't add any embellishments, so let's go ahead and add some embellishments to this. Let's go ahead and just, I think we're going to go just a little bit lighter and do the summer splash. Let's do one right there, one right there, and one right. Okay. One right there. Okay, we have officially finished all 3 projects. Let me go ahead and bring them in. And I would love to know what your favorite one is. 1, 2, or 3. I think my heart is going to have to go with Mr. Cow right here in the middle. He's adorable. I just thought he was so cute to be added. So before I go though, I would love to share one last thing with you. If you are a crafter and you are looking for that discount on crafting products, I would love to invite to you to be part of my Tender Loving Crafters community. Tender Loving Crafters is my team, and I'm actually part of an incredible team that has over 475 crafting friends all over the United States, where we gather and have a private Facebook group and share all of our amazing crafting ideas, tips, and tricks. So starting on May 1st, we do have a starter kit special where you receive $82 free in color products. You get you get all of the in color inks. You get a package of the designer paper. You get a package of the variety of in colors, and you get the Stampin' Up markers. And in addition to our $125 product choice of your starter kit, you get to choose the starter kit. So you create your own starter kit of $125 worth of products and an additional $82 free products for the $99 plus tax. You get free shipping. You get a free paper pumpkin kit. So that is from May 1st to May 31st of 2024. And I would love to be have you part of my crafting community. I want to thank you all again for joining me today. Now next week, I actually have a bonus live. We're actually on Wednesday, May 1st at 2 p.m. Pacific time. We are actually going to do the annual catalog walkthrough, and we're going to go through how the new catalog is amazing. If you are familiar with the Stampin' Up catalogs, this is completely different. It has completely changed. So I will go over, answer questions, go over how I'm going to set up my catalog and keep it organized. So again, thank you for joining me. Thank you for the 1,000 subscribers, and let's move on to 2K. And then on Thursday, we have our typical live right here at 11 a.m. Pacific time, where we will be playing with new products. So thank you all. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all hopefully on Wednesday, if not Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks, everyone. Bye.